Hey, what's up guys, eRiver94 back again with another action figure review, and today we are looking at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Hit figure. This is indeed a web exclusive, so we got the web exclusive logo down below underneath the Dragon Ball Super logo and next to the Tamashii Nations and Bandai logo. We got the official seal of authenticity there to show you that it is officially made by Tamashii and this is not a knockoff. Also interesting to see, I don't know when they changed it, but it used to say made in China, now it's made in Vietnam, so it looks like they changed where they make their figures. It's designed by Tamashii Nations in Japan, but they actually make it in Vietnam. It used to be China for the longest time, not sure when they changed that, but here is the side of the box here, shows some images of the figure. Other side just shows the name, and on the back side we get some nice poses, some nice images of the figure. Now let's bust it open and check it out. So here's the legendary assassin from Universe 6, Hit. And he comes with an array of accessories. Pretty cool. This was up on P Bandai. So for the US, I think it was only exclusive to P Bandai. And nowhere else. Or you can get it overseas like I did. For today, the only other way to get a 6-inch Hit figure was from Dragon Stars, the domestic line of Dragon Ball Super figures. And, you know, it's an okay figure, but definitely not the best, and especially now with an official SH Figuarts release of Hit, this is definitely going to be the definitive Hit that you would want to get for your collection. Before we take a closer look at Hit, let's take a closer look at the accessories that he comes with. So as you see him right now, he's got a neutral head, he's got a pair of fists, and a regular skirt piece, we'll just call that. So alternatively, he has a pair of open hands, wide open hands, so they could be blasting hands. Then we got a pair of open hands but with the fingers closer together, all touching, karate chopping hands. Then we have a pair of fists, and these are different from the pair of fists on the figure because the pair of fists on the figure are just to punch somebody, while these are to get ready to punch somebody. This is for you to recreate that, you know, that nice little Hit pose. I'll show you that in a second, but that's what that's for. Then we get calm open hands here, and then we get one right open hand only that is posed like this. So this is a little different than the first one. You can see this is straight open, the fingers are more straight and slightly bent here. Yeah, pretty crazy. Such a subtle difference, but they gave us another hand, but only the right hand. This is mainly for you to utilize the effect piece that he comes with, which is just a little ball energy effect, but we do get a little stand for it so you can attach to it, and then this goes around his wrist, so you want to use this hand, and I'll show you this in a sec too on the figure, and that works together in tandem there. So we have a set of heads. I'll show you the head on the figure right now. You can see it's pretty neutral, pretty normal. Then we do get slightly different smirk, or, you know, the mouth is what changed there, but very slightly and subtle, but it makes all the difference there. Totally different face expression there. Pretty cool. I like that one. Then we get the more aggressive, angry, powering up head. So that's dope too. And then last but not least, we get the teeth, grinning face. Dope. We get 4 heads with this figure, and then we get, this one's a little weird, we get a alternate pectoral, alternate chest piece. Somebody help me out with this one, because I'm trying to see if there's a major difference between these two, and I really don't see why we get another set. Kind of weird. I don't know. So maybe I'm missing something. Let me know why we get another one, because honestly it looks like it's exactly the same. I don't see any difference here. The only thing I can really see is maybe it's a little flattened out on these sides here, like right here, which would be where the armpit is, so maybe to get some more range. But that's odd, because even with the one that's on the figure, he could still cross over his chest with his arms, so yeah. Alright, and last but not least, we get a separate skirt piece for him, and these have the hands in the pocket, so you can do the hands in the pocket pose. Pretty cool option to have. I like that they included this because we all know everybody would want to pose him with the hands in his pockets. So the only, way to do it, or the best way to do it, was to, sculpt some hands here with peg holes, mold it on there. It's not removable. And then swap out the skirt piece. And the way these swap out is just a little peg. Honestly, I was a little scared because when I took the figure out of the package, this fell off. So, a little afraid that maybe this would be annoying, or as you pose the figure, it'll fall off constantly, or it won't stay on. But once you put it in there, I mean, it's doing a pretty good job of staying, so it's not too bad. And then here's just a real quick example of what these alternate fists are for. His little pose. He does little poses with the, when he's about to start fighting. So, pretty dope. So I did swap out the chest piece, and I'm just trying to see what, difference it would make, because from here, it looks very similar, but I can move, we do get butterfly joints here, so the range of motion is ridiculous anyways, either way. But he can cross his arms like this with this chest piece. And then with the original chest piece, this is about how far it goes. So, I guess you get a little bit more range with the alternate chest piece. It's just kind of hard to believe that they went as far as giving us an alternate chest piece just for that. So if I'm missing something, once again, let me know. But if they did give us another one just for that, then that's, I guess, pretty cool. I guess it's not very necessary, but it's there if you want it. And then one more time, let's go through the heads, but this time up close. Here is the normal head. Here is that grinning head. Here is that getting irritated and starting to get angry head. And here is his completely losing his shit head. And then here is an example of the effect piece getting put to use. So we got the stand around his wrist, got the open hand, blasting hand, and then we got the effect on the end of it there. So pretty dope. I went ahead and put the grinning face on there. And it works with this one, I think. So in my opinion, pretty darn cool. And in case anyone was wondering, this is what Hit looks like without his skirt piece. And last but not least, here is a quick look at the hands in the pocket. All put together there with the alternate pieces. Very dope, man. This is real cool that they gave us these options here to really play and change our displays with this figure. So let's take a closer look at Hit finally, officially. Here's his design, here's his torso, here's the arms. Overall, it's just, colored mold, colored plastic, so that's fine. It's not anything bad, but there's not a lot of paint on the figure, is what I'm saying. But with that being said, it still works. I'm fine with this completely. Looks real good. You can see the detail on the skirt. On the inside, we take the skirt off. I really don't know what to call this piece. I'm just going to continue calling it a skirt. That's what he looks like without it there again. And then you can just see all the texture. A little bit of a metal joint right there on the ankles. There's the back side. There's your close look. So moving on to the articulation of this figure, starting with the head here. Per the design of Hit, we get a pretty big collar here. So that's definitely going to hinder some motion here. So looking up is not going to happen too much here. This is without moving the chest. That's what he looks up. Now move the chest back and he can look up a little bit more, of course. Looking down is about that far before it gets stuck there. And then left and right, it'll hit something, so it'll start angling out. But overall, it's nothing terrible. You could still get him to glance to the side. So that's good enough for me. And look at that. There goes one skirt piece. So they will fall off. They actually don't fall off too easy. So that's good. But, after a while, if you're messing with the figure like I am right now, it's going to probably get loose and come off. So, yeah, it's not as annoying as I thought it would be. The neck is a separate joint, so that's going to help with some head motion. Arms go forward and back all the way around. They go in and out. Check that out. You saw how I moved the arm, and this shoulder piece also moved. That is on a little hinge here, ball jointed hinge. So that's pretty cool. I like that. That doesn't get in the way. Look how you can easily articulate this without it ever hindering it. So great design there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, they pretty much touch. Look at that, pretty good range. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge, ball jointed hinge. For the torso, it looks like it's like an ab crunch, but it's really a diaphragm joint. Pretty tight there, but it does crunch forward a lot and it goes back a good amount. Swivels very tightly, but it does swivel. We get the waist swivel that goes around. It's like a ball joint. So super good motion on the torso of the figure. Legs will kick all the way forward. That's with the skirt piece on. Check that out. They go back, they go in and out about this far. So pretty good. We get thigh swivels, double jointed knees. No boot cut, but we get the ankle hinge forward and back, ankle rocker, ankle swivel, toe hinge at the foot. Starting off our height comparisons, size comparisons, check him out next to Captain Ginyu. Ginyu's pretty big, so you can see a major difference in scale here. This is pretty accurate though. Hit's not a big guy, so here he is next to another kind of big figure. Here is Raditz, and again he's a beefier, muscular guy, a little bit taller. Only because of the hair, to be honest. If you look at their foreheads right now, they're pretty much aligned, same height. So it's just, he's wider, just like Ginyu, and he's got a big head because of the hair. And here is Hit next to Goku. This is Super Saiyan God Goku. You can see Hit does stand taller. Alright guys, and that's going to conclude my review on the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Hit figure. Dope figure overall. I have really no complaints about it. If you really had a nitpick, probably the skirts falling off, but honestly there's no other way around removing these and putting an alternate version. Overall, with this web exclusive first release figure of Hit, you get 5 sets of hands, you get an effect piece with a stand to wrap around his wrist, and then you get alternate skirt pieces so you can pose him differently. And let's not forget the alternate bra. So what I'm trying to say is this is an absolute winner. Once again, Tamashii is just continuing to kill it with great releases after great releases. We wanted a hit. Here is our hit. Here is our legendary assassin, and they did a fantastic job with him, of course. So with that said, go out and get him. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.